Hello and welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers Lore. Today we're going to talk about Tommyoliver. Yes, not Tommyoliver, but Tommyoliver. Who is Tommyoliver? Where did he come from? And why is he so important? Well, let's get to it. Well, Tommyoliver would appear in only 3 episodes in the overall series of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and that'd be Return of the Green Ranger Part 1, 2, and 3. 3 would be his last overall appearance. Now, who is he? Beyond that, well, he is a clone of none other than Tommyoliver, thus why they call him Tommyoliver. Now, being a clone, he was created after Tommy was knocked out during a battle with the Putties at the beginnings of Return of the Green Ranger, and the Wizard of Deception would cut off a lock of his hair and use that to basically build a evil clone imbued with the Green Ranger's powers. Now, at this time period, it would be Tommy would have the White Ranger powers at this time. So it'd be a big return, a big nostalgia break for all of us going, oh, great, the Green Ranger's back. So it was pretty cool at that time. Now, the clone would, while Tommy was unconscious, go to the Rangers and trick them to come to an isolated spot where the Wizard of Deception would send them all back in time to a colonial with Angel Grove. Now, that would change a lot of things and set up things for the future without essentially everyone fully realizing it. Now, he would then be confronted by Tommy, who is basically suffering headaches, and a lot of issues would happen there. A lot of things would go off, his powers being used by the Green Ranger as well. The two Rangers would fight, and until essentially the Wizard would intervene, zapping Tommy with the wand, causing him to demorph and lie into a coma. Now, the coma wouldn't last long, but just long enough for Tom to then basically go to the command center, threaten Zordon instead of killing him, and then start playing his flute and summoning the Dragon Zord to attack Angel Grove. Now, during this time, Tommy would revive and summon the White Tiger Zord to defend the city, but the Dragon Zord would basically destroy him and beat the crap out of the Zord. Well, it's only because, essentially, we all love the Dragon Zord so much, also empowered by the Wizard's evil magic, but hey, whatever. Well, Tommy going, well, I can't win this way, so I gotta find another way to beat him, and steals the Wizard's wand after battling a little quickly, knocking it out of his hand, and grabbing it for himself. Which then he went back to rescue back in time to rescue the other Rangers, and brought them back to summon the Thunder Megazord to deal with the Dragon Zord. He then destroys the Wizard and breaks the spell on the Green Ranger, whom he's now called Tom, so that's where he gets his name. Now, Tom, immediately upon breaking the spell of not just basically he realizes that he is a clone, but realizes that he is still good, so he's not fully evil. Like, they just created Tommy again and then just goes, you're gonna be evil. So reality wise, he is a good person, just corrupted by the spell itself. Now, he is sick with remorse once this is done, and basically once he does realize what's going on, he breaks the spell on Dragon Zord and sends him back into the sea. Now, at this point, the White and Green Ranger would go back in time again to the colonial Angel Grove to destroy the rat monster that the Wizard had created to torture the other Rangers, who had not been fully freed from the spell and had been dragged back by the Wizard. Now, after Tom and them all defeat the monster and the Wizard, Tom decides to stay in colonial Angel Grove so he could do something good for the citizens, make up for his errors and the like, and basically because you can't have two Tommies coexisting in the same present day Angel Grove at the same time. He would keep his Green Ranger power coin and live out the rest of his days in colonial Angel Grove, and that'd be the last time we see of him. Now, this is interesting. If he has his power coin, that means there's 2 power coins out there in the universe, and that could explain how Tommy would get it. It would be passed down the Oliver line. Well, why would he be part of the Oliver line? Well, technically speaking, and it's just a theory because I've looked at a few things. They appear back during colonial Angel Grove at the very basics foundings. When Kimberly is sent back in time, she appears in the Western version, so about 100 or so years from then. And when she does, the White Stranger is riding around doing there. He looks like a match for Tommy. Now, this would be very interesting, this part, and go, where did that guy come from? Because as far as we know, the Olivers weren't in that area until a little bit later. Well, it could have been that the entire line of Tommy was created or the timeline of the Olivers was created off of Tom Oliver going back in time and sitting there, thus would create later on the line that would create Tommy Oliver in the present day. Yes, Rita created, in my own personal theory, I don't have much to back up besides what we've got information here, but Rita could create the clone that would go back in time and create the entire line of Tommy, so that she would be able to corrupt Tommy to create a clone of him to try to defeat him, which would be an endless cycle. So she caused the greatest ranger in many people's minds to be born because she made a clone of him. Yeah. Completely blows your mind off there. But let me know what you guys think of this theory. He still has control of the Dragon Zord. He has the morphing power morpher, the Dragon Coin the entire time, his Dragon Shield, and Dragon Dagger. So could you imagine any threats coming into Colonial Angel Grove, and then he just goes like, it's morphing time, and beats the crap out of any like ruffian or the like, or Bulk and Skullvich of the evil times? Ooh, man, like that'd be so cool. Oh, I've got a gun that shoots 6 shots, and then I have to reload. I have a Dragon Zord. So, yeah, that is a really good and interesting thing, and it explained why they wouldn't be using later on of a power coin, because, well, they don't know how to use it besides him. I don't know. Let me know, guys, what you guys think. This is an interesting theory, and I forgot about him until recently, going through some of the stuff and going, whoa, what? Yeah, so thank you guys again. Have a good one, and may the power protect you always. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe at the end of this video. All your likes help me out, and all your watchers do too. Thank you very much, guys. I would really like to discuss with you guys what your topics are. May the power protect you